There's a special advantage in being underestimated. You have the freedom to try new things. You can gather information when no one is paying attention. You get to see true intentions without filters, since they believe you're not worthy of caution. This is a hidden gift, the ability to operate under the radar. While they rest on false pride, you can plan a strategy they'll never see coming. It's easy to feel insulted or hurt when someone looks down on you. You might feel the urge to prove yourself right away. Yet, there's a certain discipline in holding back. Think of yourself as a patient hunter. A hunter doesn't announce that he's stalking prey, he waits for the right moment. If you react to every dismissive comment, you lose the element of surprise. You reveal your feelings and intentions. Instead, let them think they know you. Let them believe their flawed idea of you is true. You'll catch them unprepared later. This doesn't mean you should always stay silent or never stand up for yourself. It means you must be careful when and how you reveal your strengths. If you show your full hand too early, you give away your edge. When someone underestimates you, they're basically giving you an opening. A predictable foe is easier to handle because they're blinded by their own arrogance. Keep watching, keep taking notes, and let them become even more relaxed. There's a story about a skilled strategist who often acted as if he had no special talents. People thought he was clueless or timid. He gave away no sign of his ability to analyze battles or plan grand maneuvers. Because of this, his rivals never prepared for him. By the time they realized how good he was, he'd already outmaneuvered them. His quiet approach turned others overconfident. Whenever they teased him, he'd simply smile and bow his head, careful not to stir suspicion. Behind the scenes, he was busy studying them, building ties, and gathering resources. By the time he chose to strike, everyone was caught off guard. When you face a similar situation, maybe at work, in a social circle, or even at home, remember to keep calm. Let the person who underestimates you feel comfortable with their own wrong judgment. Inside, be alert, notice patterns, how they behave, who they trust, where they're weak. Think of it as collecting puzzle pieces. Each day, you add one more piece until you see the full picture of how they operate. Meanwhile, they remain in the dark about your real power. At some point, you'll recognize a key moment. This is your chance to make a move that reveals only part of your true ability, enough to shake their confidence, but not enough for them to fully understand you. It could be a smart question you ask, a well-timed proposal at work, or a remarkable act that challenges what they thought about you. They might be shocked, but they'll try to pass it off as luck or a one-time event. Let them. That's good, because it keeps their guard down while you keep building momentum. Over time, these small moments add up. Each time you act, people start revising their view of you. They see you're not a simple pawn in the game. They begin to wonder what else you're hiding. This doubt can be useful. It stirs up anxiety in those who once mocked you. Yet don't become arrogant. Don't reveal too much too soon. If you do, they'll quickly band together or change strategies to neutralize you. Keep them guessing for as long as you can. There's another important benefit to letting people underestimate you. You avoid unwanted scrutiny. Powerful or influential individuals often attract enemies. They become targets of gossip and sabotage. When you appear modest or harmless, you avoid becoming an immediate threat. People don't feel pressured to undermine you because they don't see you as competition. That gives you the space to grow stronger in peace. As you rise, remember not to hold on to bitterness or anger. You may feel tempted to settle scores with everyone who doubted you. Instead, let your success speak for itself. By maintaining emotional balance, you think more clearly about where you're going and how you'll get there. This sense of calm also confuses people who expect a vengeful response. They won't know what to make of your gracious demeanor. It keeps them off balance, not knowing what's brewing beneath your calm exterior. Patience is key. Rushing to prove yourself all at once can backfire. You could overwhelm the people around you, triggering a collective pushback. They might form alliances to keep you down, worried about your swift ascent. But if you progress in stages, unveiling your talents bit by bit, it's harder for them to organize against you. By the time they truly see you, it might be too late for them to react effectively. Be careful though. In some cases, someone might catch on to your hidden potential. They could notice your watchful eyes or your subtle questions. If that happens, don't panic. Deny it gracefully by downplaying your goals or skills. Laugh it off or shift attention elsewhere. The more you can distract them from your true plans, the safer your path becomes. Imagine life like a giant chessboard where each piece has a certain way of moving and a certain power level. The king is strong but also a clear target. The queen is powerful and draws attention. Pawns seem weak, but a pawn that reaches the other side of the board can become much more powerful. Sometimes, playing the pawn role gives you the chance to surprise everyone with a sudden promotion. If your opponent refuses to see your potential, that's their loss. Consider your own strengths. Are you good at persuasion, planning, design, leadership? It might be something subtle like being a good listener or having a knack for reading emotions. These talents, when nurtured in silence, become potent weapons. If people are busy boasting about what they can do, they won't notice you honing your craft in the background. Then, by the time you use those skills, you're able to pull off moves they never saw coming. There's also a risk in staying underestimated for too long. If you remain too hidden, you might miss chances to advance your cause. So you must find a balance between secrecy and small, timely displays of ability. Little by little, raise the bar. At each level, make sure your foundation is strong. That way, you won't collapse under sudden pressure. Learning how to keep composure is crucial. If someone insults you, you may want to react instantly. But think of it this way. Those who underestimate you might be testing you. If you lash out, you're doing exactly what they expect, confirming you're ruled by emotion. That only strengthens their opinion of you. Instead, maintain a composed posture. Give a small smile, a light shrug, or a polite response inside. Let their scorn feed your determination to grow. Turn that emotional rush into energy for studying, training, or planning your next move. When the time is finally right for a decisive move, a project launch, a speech, a critical negotiation, do it with a calm but bold flair. You don't have to boast. You don't need to announce how long you've prepared or how much you've put up with. Simply perform at your best. Let your actions do the talking. A well-executed move speaks louder than any words. Your former doubters will be forced to see you in a new light. Even when you reach a higher position or gain the respect you once lacked, resist the urge to become arrogant yourself. It's easy to slip into the trap of overconfidence after proving people wrong. Stay grounded. Remember how it felt to be underestimated and use that lesson to understand human nature. You'll see that most people who underestimate others are trapped in their own narrow views. They can't see beyond appearances, and they fall into a cycle of underestimating the next person as well. Don't repeat their mistake. Keep refining your skills and stay alert for new ways to grow. The journey doesn't end when you've proven people wrong once. It's an ongoing process. There will always be someone new to dismiss you or misunderstand you. Let that be their error. You know the power of a patient and hidden buildup. You've seen how effective it is to wait until your plans are solid before making a bold move. In the end, being underestimated can be your secret weapon. When no one is watching you closely, you have the freedom to do the unexpected. Use that freedom wisely. Use it to master your craft, build your influence, and set up a game plan that plays to your strengths. Stay humble, stay focused, and allow the doubters to misjudge you. One day, when you decide the time is right, you'll show the world what you can really do, and they won't know what hit them.